on the internet today, the A-List Review. I am your host, the Game Changer, Wes Truth. And as you can see, it's time to go back to the theater. And ladies and gentlemen, it's a big time release this weekend. It's one of my most anticipated films of the year. This film needs no introduction because people are either going to love it or hate it. My review of the 2019 sci-fi action sequel, Star Wars, Rise of Skywalker, coming up now.
The dead speak. With reports of Emperor Palpatine still being alive, Supreme Leader of the First Order, Kylo Ren, is on a search to find the former leader of the Empire and see for himself if the rumors are true. When Kylo sees what's up, he's given a deal by the Emperor to kill the last surviving Jedi, Rey. Meanwhile, the Resistance led by General Leia Organa discover Palpatine's resurfacing and send out Rey, Finn, Poe Dameron, Chewbacca, along with other friends to find a device to tell them the Emperor's whereabouts. Will the Resistance finally be able to defeat the First Order, or will the Emperor be able to rule the galaxy once again? So what did I think of Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker? I thought it's an awesome sci-fi action sequel. Of course, the film, like almost every film since the original trilogy, will have its supporters and detractors. As someone whose favorite three films of all time are the original trilogy, I was a big fan of the last two movies in this recent trilogy, and even a sympathizer for the prequels, for the most part. I had a blast with this final entry in the Skywalker saga. Many have wondered if the film would act as an apology for the highly polarizing last entry, The Last Jedi, and I didn't really feel that it was. Rian Johnson thought he'd take the series in a different direction, and then J.J. Abrams, who started the new trilogy, took the reins back here and just did some course correction as he saw fit. Many have scoffed that Rise of Skywalker is guilty of too much fan service. Isn't making the audience happy a good thing, though? There are some great moments here fans will love and cheer for. No complaints here. The film gives us some fantastic visuals and special effects as you'd expect, and gives us some of the best-looking space battles in the series. Speaking of, it's packed with thrilling action from our heroes being chased, spectacular lightsaber battles, and of course a huge final showdown finale. The first half gives us a couple of new characters we probably could have done without, but I didn't really mind their addition. A number of people have complained that the first hour to be too overstuffed with too much going on, but I felt it was rather straightforward with the heroes trying to find the location of Palpatine. It also felt great having the team back together again on a mission after they had spent the last movie mostly apart. We finally get to know answers to questions that were posed in The Force Awakens, and even earlier than that, including the truth about Rey's parents. Of course, we get to see more of the odd relationship between Rey and Kylo, while still enemies are trying to turn each other to the other side of the Force. I loved seeing more of Finn and Poe's friendship, and it was the most that I've enjoyed these two characters in the series. It's terrific to see Lando return, as well as Chewbacca given more material, and C-3PO even gets a lot to do here. Everyone on screen is on screen as much as I would have guessed, except I'm probably in the vast minority here, but I would have liked to seen Rose get a little more love. I mean, at least she's in the movie, I guess. The comedic bits are rather funny, and I found myself laughing out loud at most of the gags, and as you'd expect, there's a number of emotional moments throughout as well. The stakes definitely felt real, and even going in, we get the feeling that not everyone will make it out alive. The story gives us quite a bit of shocks and twists, some of which were met with gasps from the crowd. As far as the return of the Emperor, I enjoyed it and felt that he had reasons to be there and not just out of desperation. The cast give their best turns yet as the characters, starring Daisy Ridley as Rey, the former scavenger-turned-Jedi who feels the power of the Force in ways very few have, Adam Driver as Kylo Ren, the Supreme Leader of the First Order who's given orders to kill Rey but has plans of his own, John Boyega as Finn, the former stormtrooper who's now become a trusted leader and fighter in the Resistance, Oscar Isaac as Poe Dameron, the high-ranking charismatic X-Wing pilot and Resistance commander, and the late great Carrie Fisher giving us her final performance as Leia Organa, the Force-sensitive leading general of the Resistance. There's a number of amazing cameos as well, some that I expected and some that were a nice surprise. Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker isn't perfect, but I felt like it did justice to the past and present as a celebration of the saga, and I was personally highly satisfied with it concluding what will be always my favorite series of all time. I'm going to give it the rating of A-list approved. That's right, it gets the A-list. Seal of approval.
Alright, well that's the show. I'll be back with another review very soon. But until then, don't forget to subscribe right here on YouTube. YouTube.com/WestsideOf515. Like us on Facebook, Facebook.com/WestTruePlaylist. And of course, you can follow me on the Twitter and the Instagram @WestPlaylist. Until next time, truth at